live stream events. If there's a game you want to get in, something you want to play, just shoot us an email. We'll get you in the game. We got a 5, 10, 25 No Limit Hold'em coming up. We got a 5, 10, 25 PLO coming up. A couple of 2, 5, 2, 2 deep stack games, and then another 5, 10, 25 No Limit Hold'em at the end of the month. If you guys are into it, just drop us an email. We'll get you on the list. We'll get you in the game, and we'll stream that action. This tournament started with a 15K starting stack for all the players. A little bit deeper than our normal charity tournaments. Mingo picking up 2 jacks here. Set of jacks here on the flop. 2 jacks in the small blind, flopping top set. Board gets a little scary there on the turn. Flush draw, straight draw out there. That's it. Bets the turn, takes it down. Mingo almost with up to 2 starting stacks here, about 4 hands into the game. If you guys need any help checking out those upcoming games, just let me know, and I'll point you in the right direction, help you get on the list, help you get in the stream, help you get in the game. Bump it up. This time Andy in the 1 seat, hijack position with the 2 jacks. He makes it 1,000 to go here. Bombing over the limpers. That's my favorite tactic. Punish the limpers. Bomb over them. Make them pay for it. And he does. Gets 1 call from Jim out of position with the ace deuce of hearts. And we're going to be heads up to the flop. Looks like it goes check, check on the flop. Ooh, Jim flopping 2 pair here. Aces and deuces with a 10 on the flop. Looks like I saw. Andy drawing pretty thin, as you can see there in the top right-hand corner. 2 black jacks. There's only outs to win the hand. Correctly folds, and Jim takes down the pot. On to the next one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, tomorrow night, got another live stream for you guys. Tomorrow night, we're streaming 5, 10, 25, No Limit Hold'em. That game's going to have no max. It's going to be a juicy game. It's going to get out of control. I promise. It always does. Somebody will buy into that game for 50K. At least. Maybe more. You guys are just joining us. We're watching Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. Proceeds going to the Jacksonville Icemen Foundation for Kids. First annual. Mingo bumping it up. Ace 10 of spades here. Gets a call from the Jack Tray suited on the button from Eric. Glaze in there with 7-8 suited. Coach gets out of the way. We're going to go 3 ways to the flop.
Yes, whenever you have an oversized chip, like let's say you didn't have any black chips, if that was 200 and you throw this out, that's technically the I figured you didn't know that, so that's why
What's the record? Just 1? Next time I throw it in there, just take it.
I'm not really sure.
Round by round. I think I'm getting close.
5 checks.
How many times can you get it, 2?
That's where all the action is today.
It's only money, Mingo. It's only money.
No cash value. I have to now. I have to. It's like a must.
Yes. What's that?
Put money in, right? So many money?
Three bets 500.
So many money.
It might have played itself out. However it is, you know.
Easy.
Win, lose, or draw.
Easy.
What you want? I'll let you call them.
How about you checking out that? You call me.
Okay.
I check.
Three bets, four checks. Okay. Good luck with your cards, guys. Alright. Fair Jack.
Yo, you should.
That's why I know.
Like I said, it's money. I got this right here.
Is he?
You should.
So you guys relaxing this weekend? It's a rare weekend.
No, relax. We got Jacksonville.
Small language.
4 games.
Okay. Okay.
And then the guys
Oh, wait, so.
got the rookie party.
Five and four.
Two small blinds.
Sorry.
8 folds, 9 folds. 1
So
fold.
I just have to put in the floor.
Five raises to 1,500.
Who's taking my puck?
Nobody right now.
Who's taking
Not
my
even
puck?
close.
Hey,
Throw
If
5,000.
somebody knocks you up, is that why they get the pot?
I knocked him out. I knocked him out. I want to autograph on this.
You want Jim's autograph? He'll sign it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at you. He only has 3 letters in his name.
Just give me your initials. That's all I need.
You need to find somebody whose legit nickname is Pinky. Have
Pinky.
them sign it.
There it is.
But I
Now
know
it's me.
1 folds, 2 folds. 3 folds.
All right, guys, jumping right back in the action. We got Mingo coming along with the Jack 10 offsuit. I got a feeling Jim's going to bump it up. Yep, bumps it up with the King Queen off out of the big blind. Like we talked about, punishing the limpers here. We're going to get our very own Arlie Johnson to join us here shortly in the booth. He is one of our announcers for the Jacksonville Icemen here in their home games. He's going to join us momentarily and run us through the Icemen Foundation, what it's all about, and what these proceeds are going to.
8 bets 1,000. You call.
Jim flopping that big king. Unfortunately, whenever you flop that big king, there's always an ace next to it.
400 big blind.
Mingo coming along with a gut shot. Doesn't get there. Jim's going to take down 8,600.
Call that out, please, okay? And we'll,
Peels 8,600 one time.
when we have the
We got some prizes out in the field for the players. You can win some autographed Jacksonville Icemen swag. And like we talked about earlier, guys, you knock out a player, you get an autographed puck.
Who won the pool?
also out.
I think he deserves 1
Garrett
point
Ross,
for that.
Oh, it looks like we've lost a couple already.
but not first. Second.
I think he should get 1 point for me.
No, yeah.
Not 2 points.
All right, so dealers, if we have any other players at risk, just let us know.
I'll call.
1 folds, 2 folds. 3 folds.
Table game.
It's a fun table game.
Andy coming along just with the limp under the gun with the ace-jack offsuit. Starts the domino effect, picks up the king-jack off behind him, picks up the 7-6 suited, the ace-5 suited, and then gives Mijo a free ride there in the big blind. He clicks back the 9-4 off. Wait on those graphics to catch up, and then get a good look at the flop here.
3 bets 200.
Looks like a slight delay on our flop graphics. We'll get those updated for you here soon. There we go. 3, 8, 6, 2 diamonds, 1 heart. Looks like Mingo goes from worst to first on the flop and improves on the turn, picking up 2 pair. Aaron's in there with a big diamond draw. River card coming up. Mingo's got the big 2 pair here. 7, 6 suited gets there. There's a big diamond draw, a little bit of a straight draw, and a paired board out there. A lot going on. Fires 300 and takes it down. Mingo off to a good start on a little bit of a heater out of the gate. Let's take a look at the stack sizes really quick. For our featured table players, these are stack sizes. Like we said earlier, everyone started with 15K starting stack. Eric in the lead up to 19.5. For all the rest of you tournament players out there tuning in with us today, today was the first flight of our 30K guarantee over our sister property. $30,000 guarantee, $200 buy-in. Flight number 1 was today at noon. Flight number 2 starting in about 30 minutes over there. $200, $30,000 guarantee. Flight number 2, Orange Park Deep Stack 30K. 30K guarantee tournament. We got 2 more flights tomorrow. 1 flight at noon, 1 flight at 7 p.m., and a final day on Sunday. Come back for that final if you can get there. Looks like blinds are up. We're at 200, 400. Coach coming along with ace-6 offsuit in the hijack. Brian right behind him in the cutoff, coming in with the ace tray of hearts. Get a fold from Jim. Small blind and big blind. Come along for the ride. 9-9 jack is the flop. Flop misses all 4 players. Coach taking a stab at it in position. Looks like he's going to get one through. Nobody has anything to call him with. Fires at 1,000, takes it down. He's in there now. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. My name's Dustin Shacklock. I'll be hanging out with you guys all night. Best Bet Live, Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. Live on location. We're on a 10-minute delay. Everything you're watching here on the screen happened 10 minutes ago. I'm watching the 10-minute delay right along with you guys. We're going to get Arlie, our resident floor person and Jacksonville Icemen announcer, in the booth here momentarily. He's going to talk about the foundation a little bit and let us know what we got going on here today. If you guys have never been to a Jacksonville Icemen game, they're a lot of fun. They get pretty rowdy. I don't know a whole lot about hockey, but I like to go to the games. I think they're a lot of fun. I've been to a bunch of them. Sounds like we got a player out in the field at risk, another Icemen player. Somebody trying to pick up that autographed puck one time, take it home. A little souvenir for the time you knocked out an Iceman player. Clay taking that one down. Blinds move up fast in this thing. They go quick. You got to make moves early. Otherwise, you'll just get blinded out. Pretty soon, before you know it, you'll have 3 big blinds. Looks like we're still at 2 and 400, though. Second level. Action starts with Eric under the gun. Gets rid of the 8-7 off. Ooh, coach waking up with ace-jack offsuited. Coming in for the limp. Coming in for the limp with the ace-jack off. Brian's in there with the queen-10. Mihu coming in the cutoff, queen-jack offsuit. We get a check from Mingo here. The 9-deuce off. Looks like he wanted to get rid of it, but he was in the big blind.
Now we're good, yeah.
Is that a Telsmer?
Ace, king, 4. 2 clubs on the flop. Coach getting the best of it there with the ace-jack offsuit. Brian K with a little gutter ball. Miho with a gutter ball, too. They're both going to need some help. Looks like this one's going to check. Mingo's going to check. Gets around to coach when the board pairs. I think he might need to fire a bullet here. Get some of these guys out of the way before they mess around and spike a gutter ball on you. Then you only got yourself to be mad at. Takes a stab at it, bets 1,000.
Yeah, I was saying. Didn't see that. You got a little chip.
Deuce of clubs coming in. Club draw gets there. Coach double checking the hole cards. The old club check. Fires out another 1,000. Betting about 25% of the pot. And that works. Gets one through. Picks up the pot. Gets pretty excited. That's what we like to see. Takes down 2,600 there. Aces and 4s with a king. Everything missed. So like we said, guys, we're going to get our very own Arlie Johnson here in the booth. He's going to talk a little bit about the Icemen Foundation. It's what he does for a side gig. Looks like he's getting suited and booted right now.
What's happening there, Dustin?
There he is.
I'm getting booted?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hang out for a little bit. Let us know what's going on here. Tell us about this Icemen Foundation. What do we got going on?
Great event for the guys. The whole team is here. An opportunity for them to kind of let off a little steam, not think about hockey for a little bit, and just to enjoy themselves and hang out with the fans. I know that the Icemen, for their part, had the opportunity to invite their season ticket holders and anybody else that wanted to come and enjoy a couple hours with them here. And it all comes together, courtesy of the Icemen Foundation, where it all helps out for a great cause. The Icemen, very community-oriented, so want to make sure that they do all the right things for them.
So tell us about the field. How many Icemen players did we have in the field? Did we have the whole team? We just had a handful? How did that go down?
Whole team is here, Dustin.
No way.
I think minus one. I think one person was unable to attend, but everybody else is here. Injured guys, healthy guys, whatever it is. I think it's 20 guys total. I want to say, give or take a player or two. Head coach Jason Christie is here. Assistant coach Jeff May is here. A bunch of staff from the Icemen are here also. So they were looking forward to it. I know they did it last year too. And they had a great time doing that, so they've been looking forward to this evening. And they have a very rare weekend off. No home games, no road games, no nothing. That never happens in hockey, to have a Friday and Saturday night off together. So they are ready for the weekend, and it all starts with this one. So they're having a great time.
They have very condensed, action-packed schedules, right? They play a whole bunch of games all over the place all the time during the season, right?
All over. It's insane. 72-game season, 36 at home, 36 on the road. A lot of them are kind of what they would say is within their division. It's not like a basketball or like hockey would be, NHL or NBA-wise, where you play everybody. You don't play everybody, but you do have a couple of trips a year. The Icemen, in fact, have already been to Fort Wayne, Indiana this year, early in the season. They've got a trip up in January to Maine and Worcester, Massachusetts. So they do have a little bit of travel without question, but most of it at least stays in the Southeast for them. Thank goodness for them.
That is super cool. Tell us about the prizes out on the field. I know if you eliminate one of these guys, you get their autographed puck to take home, a little souvenir one time. What else we have going on out there?
Well, top 5 places will pay out. The way the structure is broken down, it's a $2,000 total prize pool for this one. They're going to give away $900 for first place, $600 for second, $300 for third place, $200 for fourth place, and $100 for fifth place. I think mainly for this one, it's mostly about just having a good time and enjoying each other's company, and getting the chance for the season ticket holders to kind of mingle with the team and them to do the exact same and reciprocate. And but there's definitely a little money on the line, and I know that these players, some of them are fairly competitive. They wouldn't be professional hockey players if they weren't. So I imagine that there's a couple of guys here that know their poker, and I know that there are a couple that do, that probably want to take this thing seriously and try and take this thing down.
There's nothing better than smoking your buddy in a hand of poker.
Exactly. Yeah, if it's going to be Icemen and an Icemen player, there's going to be definitely some bragging rights, which I imagine which will spill over into the locker room throughout the course of the season.
Absolutely. What can you tell us about the foundation? What are these proceeds going to? We're raising awareness for this Icemen Foundation, right?
Yeah, it's really, it kind of goes from place to place. It's like it doesn't go to one charity necessarily. The Icemen Charity Foundation spreads it out from place to place to place, so they make sure that they take care of their own. So I don't have any specific places where they bring it to. It all kind of all forms into this one group where they will disperse it from there. So that's where they are able to help things out, and then they disperse it the way that they do.
Super cool. What a great cause. It's always cool to do these things here, especially around the holiday season. It's cool having these players. We've been watching a couple of them, sweating them here on the feature table.
Yeah.
And some of them know what they're doing. They're playing their open-enders. They're playing their flush draws. They know what they're doing.
Of course they do. I'm looking at Jason Christie right there. That's the head coach. For those who don't follow the Icemen, his nickname is Smurf. He is shorter than me. And if anybody knows me, you know that that's kind of a challenge. So hence the name Smurf. But he loves the nickname, which – I don't. If it were me, if anybody called me Smurf, I don't know how I would feel about that. But he's fine.
We watched him take down his first pot a few minutes ago, and he got pretty excited. He was pretty pumped.
He's a good dude and a phenomenal coach. He's actually the ECHL's all-time leader in coaching victories. So he's done this for a long time. I think he's been in this league for close to 20 years as a coach. He also played in the league before that. So he's definitely got the pedigree. And he's been doing it for a long time, and we are very fortunate to have him here in Jacksonville. As for the player who's in the 3 seat right now, that's Dejan Mingo, defenseman for the team. He's been with the team since year one of the originals for the Icemen, and has really taken to Jacksonville. And I get the feeling that he might stick around here for a little while. He likes the community, and brand new owner as well in the 1 seat, I believe. Yeah, in the 1 seat, that's Andy Kaufman right there, and he is keeping the ownership local in Jacksonville, which is hard to do. It's hard to find totally local ownership around the ECHL, but with him stepping aboard this summer, it is really, really crucial to this team to have that kind of local ownership, knowing that everybody is aware now, look, I'm invested in this market, I'm invested in this community, and have been for a long time. This team is here to stay, and that speaks volumes for the team and also for the fans of this team, knowing that this team isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. Keep it right here in the community. I've been to a couple Icemen games. I've seen you there a time or two, and they are a blast.
Yeah, it's such a good time. If you are even half a sports fan and you have not been to a hockey game yet, go. Prices are reasonable, as low as $10. It's such a good time. You don't have to even know really what's going on, to be truthful. As long as you like anything that involves competitive sports or gaming, even if you're a poker player and you just kind of like, just getting involved and having a little bit of a competition, me against you kind of thing, go to these games and you will be shocked. People say that if they watch it on TV, they don't think that much of it, but as soon as they go, it's a totally different deal. You don't understand the speed of it until you're there. You don't understand the physicality of it until you see it live. So if you have ever been interested, make sure you go see it live. You will have a different perspective on the game of hockey and the players behind that play them. They're some serious athletes.
Yeah, it's a great time. And you're right, exactly. The game moves so fast, especially when you're right there and you see it live. You have no idea the speed that these guys move around, the speed that they block these shots. It's really incredible. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and tough as nails, obviously, too. I mean,
Absolutely.
people think that football players are tough, and they are, of course, but, hockey players, you just never know what's going to happen. You catch a puck in the face or, any kind of thing. Even skates, you never know. You got to be ready for anything, and they are. They don't care. They will sacrifice their body. They will put it all on the line just to block a shot, just to make the right play, the right hockey play. It could be something so small. But that's what it takes, and when you're in a locker room, if anybody out there has played competitive sports, you can't just be the guy that just says, "Oh no, you take care of it." No, if you got to be a team player, and if that means sacrificing your body, you do it. And to a man, not just for the Icemen, but for any hockey team, any hockey player, they will always put it out on the line for their teammates and their brothers in arms.
Looks like your boy Mingo facing a big all-in. Looks like just a stone-cold bluff here on the flop. Actually, he's got the best hand, but he didn't connect with the flop. Looks like he's going to fire right into him. Mingo's looking like, let's see what happens. It looks like he might be
going to go for it?
Looks like he might be getting ready to call.
Mingo!
Getting in there with Jack High one time. All right, we got Jack 9 offsuit versus the Ace Queen offsuit. Ace Queen in the lead.
But a couple to go.
We missed the pre-flop and flop action. We were talking about the Icemen, but
that's all right. What do we got here, Mingo? Are you going to take it?
He's got a lot of outs. Any Jack, any 9, but does not get there.
Not this time.
Ace High is going to take it down.
That's all right.
Mingo pays him off one time.
Bit of a gambler.
Yeah, I like it. Get in there, mix it up.
Yeah, of course.
At least when he saw the Ace Queen, at least he knows all of his cards are live.
Yes, exactly. So he had a couple of outs there.
Yeah.
More than a couple of outs.
Yeah, he wasn't crushed. Arlie, tell us about your role there at the Jacksonville Icemen.
I'm the play-by-play announcer for the home games for the Jacksonville Icemen. Not the public address, so it wouldn't be what you hear in the arena. It's more for a webcast that they have, and it's also on ECHL.TV. It was a closed-circuit, league-wide television for all teams around the ECHL. So that's a paid subscription, but there's also an audio cast for it as well. So I'm the play-by-play announcer for the Icemen. I did that before I knew anything about poker. So that was sort of my first career, morphed into Best Bet Jacksonville at some point about 10 years ago now. But that's what I did beforehand and had the opportunity to do it again. And thanks to Jesse Hollander and the support here at Best Bet Jacks, I'm able to do it once again after a 15-year retirement.
For those of you guys that don't know, that's Arlie's moonlighting gig. By day, he's one of our floor managers here at Best Bet Jacksonville. By night, Jacksonville Iceman webcast announcer.
That's right.
Yeah.
What
a great gig. Busy man.
Such a good time. Yeah, I can't even look at it as work. Much like here, much like Best Bet Jacksonville. Don't even look at it as work. It's so much fun.
Arlie, I know you got your hands full out there dealing with these guys and your tournament going on. Run us through the 12 Days of Christmas promotion one time and then get back out there and take care of your boys.
Yeah, of course. 12 Days of Christmas. It's so much fun here at Best Bet Jacksonville. All right, so starting on the 12th, we will give away $1,200 an hour. The hours vary. It's roughly 2 to 10, but it can be a little later depending on the weekends and things like that. But on the 12th, we'll give away $1,200 an hour. On the 13th, $1,300 an hour. On the 14th, $1,400. You get the idea. Do it for 12 straight days all the way until the 23rd of December. On December 23rd, it'll be $2,300 an hour to be given away to some lucky poker player throughout that afternoon and earlier on in the mornings as well, depending on the day of the week. We are giving away a ton of money. That's really what it comes down to. If you love your poker, and you do, best promotion of the year to me, is this one and Christmas in July as well, or it's basically the exact same thing a handful of months later in the summertime. Yeah, you do not want to miss it. If you love your poker and you want the opportunity to win some quick cash, this is the place to be. So come on by, get a couple of hands in before the 12th, play a little 2-2 no limit, 2-5 no limit, or even some 2-4 limit. And coming on the 12th, you really want to be here as often as possible to get your opportunity for your share of the cash.
That's it. You guys heard it here first. You got about a week to make plans to be here on the 12th and every day after that, unless you hate money. If you hate money, don't bother coming by. We're going to be slinging it all over the place.
I love it, but I'm not eligible.
Giving away over $200K during the over the course of 12 days here at Best Bet Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Every hour.
That is no joke.
Yeah, that's a real deal.
And credit to Best Bet and the staff, the people behind the scenes that put these things together. And I know we've had this for a few years, but these are big deals to find ways to get people to win this kind of money, and it's not easy to even run this kind of event or even know what the best way to do it is. So credit the creative team here at Best Bet Jacks for being able to provide this for all the players too.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Arlie, thanks for stopping in, hanging out with us, giving us the rundown of the Jacksonville Icemen, the foundation, and telling us a little bit about yourself, raising some awareness. That's what we're here for. I know you got some stuff to do out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But next home game for the Icemen, Wednesday the 11th. Make sure you come out there against the Florida Everblades. Also home games on the 14th, the 20th, and the 21st of December. So we hope to see you there sometime this month. And a heavy schedule in February and March, by the way, if you really want to look ahead. Come on on.
That's when we get the Sunday games in February and March. Those are my favorite, the 3 p.m. Sunday games.
Yes, as soon as football season is over.
Yeah.
We know where we stand.
Yeah.
This is a football area.
That's right.
So we'll let them have their fun, and then we'll have the Sunday matinees after that.
Yeah, those are fantastic. All right, you guys heard it here first. Arlie Johnson, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Thanks for giving us the rundown.
My pleasure, Dustin. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, we'll catch up soon.
All right.
That's it, guys. You heard it. Everything you need to know about the Jacksonville Icemen ECHL, Jacksonville Minor League Hockey League team. Based out of Jacksonville, Florida. They play right here at the Veterans Memorial Arena, downtown Jacksonville. Looks like we got a hand going on here. Mingo bumping it up under the gun +1 with the ace tray offsuit. Gets quickly called by Eric right behind him with ace 8 suited.
When you're in, I know.
Looks like it's folded around to Jim on the button. Coming in with the 7-6 of diamonds. And I think Andy called in the big blind with 4 deuce offsuit. Trying to sneak in there one time. All right, here we go. 4 ways to the flop. I think while Arlie was in here, the blinds went up. Jim with the open ender, flopping the 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, gets there on the turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he picks up an open ender also. That's no good. Mingo making a pair of trays. He's in there. Jim gets the check mark and rips it all in here. Jim getting it all in with the 7 high straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Putting him to the test. Looks like he might get a call. I think I heard Andy say he might call him. Not yet. Nope, gets out of the way. Mingo thinking about it. Mingo makes the call with a pair and a gut shot that's no good. Jim's already there. He's got the 7 high straight. He can't lose. He got the check mark there in the box. Mingo drawing dead. Tough spot to be in against Jim on the button. Oh, sounds like Jim might have him covered. Got a Jacksonville Iceman bounty at risk. Jim might be taking home a autographed Iceman puck. That's it. Mingo's gone. They should have thrown the puck in the pot. What are they doing? Jim taking down that autographed puck. Jim with a big pot there. Takes it down. That's it. Mingo hits the rail. Field gets a little bit shorter, gets a little bit closer to first place. 900 up top for the first place winner. Our very first Jacksonville Icemen charity poker tournament here at Best Bet Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name's Dustin Shacklock here on a 10-minute delay with you guys. For those of you guys looking for some cash game action tomorrow night, 5, 10, 25, no limit hold'em. That game will get out of control. It always does.
You can still rebuy. We'll just deduct it from your paycheck.
That's a coach out there trying to generate some action, get him back in the game. All right, looks like another four-way pot. Looks like blinds are up. We're at 400, 800 now, it looks like. 10-6-6 on the flop. Mihu with a 6 in his hand. Ace-6 offsuit. Big flop for ace-6 offsuit. Looks like he's getting trappy with it. Checks the 3 6s. Oh, improves to a full house on the turn. 6s full of 10s one time.
All right, so we have a bounty at risk. He is moving all in for
Sounds like we got somebody else at risk out in the field.
1,000 chips. There's 5-way action.
There it goes. Making a move on him. Puts it in one time. 6s full of 10s. Gets a couple of folds. Gets coach out of the way. Looks like he's going to scoop that thing down. I don't think he's going to show him. I think he's just going to take it. I like it. Checks the flop, improves on the turn, sticks it in there, and takes it down.
Checks all the way around and a $10,000 bets. All right, that is it. All right, guys, we have a bounty at risk. He is owning a pair of aces. So Aker, unfortunately, he is facing top two pair. Here's our turn. He does have some outs now. He can hit an 8 to double up. And the Jack of Hearts doesn't do it, and we have a bounty eliminated.
I think last year I was on by this time. Did I? I won a couple. Last year, what did you have last year? Quad aces. Oh yeah. And I went in hard. Oh wow. And I just started laughing and he watched it.
All right, buddy, there's about 30 seconds left of registration for this event. Last chance to get in to this tournament. All right, players, after the completion of this hand, if you would still like to get into this tournament, $50 gets you in. You can re-enter again after this hand, and registration will be over.
All right, guys.
Our next hand, blinds are now 800, 1,600.
Good luck. Unless I can rebuy.
You can re-enter right now.
Right now, the last.
I'll do it.
Do it. Do it.
No bounty for taking the owner out?
Where's your puck?
All right, players, you are not in this tournament anymore. You're going to get the receipts. We start combining these tables, and again, any players that are still at the table and don't have chips, please ask you to please exit the tournament table. We're going to start combining all of our players.
Oh yeah? Come on in. Make a bond. Water's water. Water's water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Back in action.
Back in.
That's it. Now you guys got good. You got to get back in it.
Mostly I'm just very stubborn.
Or if you want to do a mixture or whatever. They're right there behind you on the stage. 2 checks. 5 checks. 6 checks. Five moves on one. Six fold.
Is this deja vu from last year?
Cards, gentlemen.
Dang it.
Take that back. Chop the middle.
I played to win. Not to tie. Not to split.
Time for a shootout.
That was good. Hey, a little excitement, maybe?
I didn't think you had to set it.
You didn't see me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I've seen people do that. You sort of drop and sit there going like this.
Blinds are 8 and 16. So 8 and 16.
I'll get another die.
You're going to be 1,600 in the big one. 16?
All right, guys, jumping back in the action. First annual Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. I'm Dustin Shacklock. I'll be here with you guys all night. I won't be here tomorrow, though. Tomorrow we got 5, 10, 25, no limit hold'em cash game. Oh, this hand under the gun. Brian K picking up ace king of hearts. I'm sorry, big ace king. Big ace king suited. Looks like just came out with the limp. Folded around to Eric on the button with some mystery cards, trying to make a decision. This time, coach with the mystery cards. Looks like we got a bad card or two in the field. Might have to swap those out.
Oh, we got some bounty on bounty action here. Everett, Clark, Pierre, Mercier. We're at the turn. Everett, ace 5. He's got aces. For Pierre, jack 8. He's got jacks. Everett in the lead. 1 card to go. Tray of clubs. It's aces and trays for Everett. Everett has doubled up and stays in.
32, so lose it all. Now I want to see it anyways.
He's got Brendan Warren all in at risk. At the flop.
Looks like these two are getting it all in. Heads up pre-flop. Ace King versus coach's mystery hand. Can't see it just yet. Didn't catch in the reader. We'll get a look at it here in a second.
I don't want to be ace king in this.
King of spades, the king takes it. Pair of kings didn't get the flush, but caught the pair of kings and stays in with a double up.
The 8 deuce. Coach getting in there with the ace deuce, 8 deuce, gambling a little bit. Doesn't get there. It looks like ace king's going to hold up. Pair of 9s, ace king queen for the win. Brian's going to stack the coach one time. Coach going to go hit the rail. That's it. The coach is out. Coach is down. Like Arlie said, we got the team owner there in the 1 seat. He's still in. Coach down. Mingo down. Probably pick up a couple new players here momentarily. There we go. Getting somebody there in the 3 seat. All right, guys, seen a couple new players, doing some readjusting, getting some stack sizes in there. As you guys heard Arlie Johnson talking about when he was in here, 12 Days of Christmas is upon us again. We do it every year. Starts on the 12th, $1,200 every hour from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. $1,200 high hands. And then on the 13th, $1,300 high hands every hour, 2 p.m., 12 a.m., so on and so forth, all the way to the 23rd. On the 23rd of December, we'll be giving away $2,300 every hour from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. $2,300 every hour. Over $200K in prizes going out over the next 2 weeks here at Best Bet Jacksonville. That's only at Best Bet Jacksonville. And then on the last weekend, we have the monster high hand again, 6K and 6K. Going to the highest hand in the room from 12 to 6, and then another 6K to the highest hand in the room from 6 to 12. That promotion eligible at both locations. It's over $600K we're paying out this month, December, in promotion money here at Best Bet Jacksonville. How sick is that? Over $600,000. We touched on it briefly earlier, guys. Our 30K guarantee, Flight 2, started about 10 minutes ago over in Orange Park. You still got time to make it over there. They'll be registering till about 10 or 10:30. Got time to go over and jump in. Flight number 2, there's 2 flights tomorrow, and then day 2 on Sunday, final day. 30K guarantee in that bad boy. They always hit the guarantee. It's a great tournament. I play it as often as I can. $200 buy-in, 15,000 starting chips, 30-minute levels. Can't beat it.
So at the live stream table, head coach Jason Christie eliminated.
That's it. You guys saw it. Head coach, he's out. Got it in with the ace-deuce, 8-deuce offsuit. Couldn't get there.
End this turn. Done.
All right, picking up a couple new players. The 3 seat and the 6 seat, new to the game. Like we said before, guys, if you see him in the Icemen jersey like that, that means they're a player, and you knock them out, you get that autographed puck. This time we're going 4 ways to the flop.
Brendan Warren at risk again.
Aaron with a big flop here, flopping top pair, top kicker.
He's got ace queen and he's got 2 pairs.
Getting it all in.
He is facing
Getting his last 17K in the middle. Ace-9 suited, top pair, top kicker for Aaron. Cannot get any action, but he takes down all the limps. Scoops a pot. Button moves, we're on to the next hand.
9 of spades. Triple up for Brendan.
Looks like we got some action out in the field. For what you guys can't see here, we got about 6 more tables out in the field for this tournament. This is just the feature table. We funnel players from the rest of the tournament into this table, keep it balanced. And then when we get down to our final 9, they'll play it out here on the live stream table. In the meantime, like I said, there's still about another 5 or 6 tables of players out in the field that are just funneling into this one. And then when we play down to the final 9, they'll play it out here on the live stream table, Best Bet Live.
Hey, Dustin, you can pick this up.
Like we've talked about before, guys, if you're interested in jumping on any of our live streams, I'll drop the link in the chat, and you guys can just ship us an email. Take a look at the games. Let us know what game, what date you want to get in, and just send us an email, and we'll get you in the game. We'll get you on the stream here. I'll drop the link there for you. Take a look at all the games we got scheduled through the rest of the month. There you go. Just dropped it in the Facebook chat and Twitch chat. See anything that looks juicy? Anything you want to play? Let us know. We'll get you in. Whoa, right here. Off the rip, flopping the nuts. Pierre, flopping the nuts. Ace, jack suited, all diamonds, getting after it. There's already 6,400 in the middle. Mijo, last man standing. He's going to get it in. He doesn't have very many chips, it doesn't look like. Oh, he's got 5,800. He's getting it in. Oh, Mijo drawing dead on the turn. King Jack offsuit, no good. As Pierre flops the nut flush. Get it in with ace jack of diamonds. All diamond flop. Scary turn, scary river. But the nut flush holds up. Pierce scoops a big one. Knocks out Mihul. Getting one step closer to that top prize. $900 up top to the winner. Like Arlie Johnson said, these guys don't get a lot of days off. It's cool that they decided to come and do this with us here at Best Bet Jacksonville. Happy to have them. Happy to do something cool for the Jacksonville Icemen Foundation. I wasn't aware of this, but Arlie just told us that they allocate that money over all kinds of different places. So that's pretty cool. We're still at 400, 800 here, guys. Looks like Jim coming along in the small blind with ace-7 offsuit up against the ace-9 of Eric. And Andy's going to check it back in the big blind. Jim getting a piece of it. Middle pair for Jim.
Blinds are up, everybody. Blinds are up. We're going to 1,500 small blind now. 3,000 big blind.
Ooh, big jump here, guys. Going to 15-3. Looks like Jim's ace-7, still the best hand on the river. He's going to take down 4,800. Jim running pretty good in this thing so far. Takes it down, stacks them up, button moves. We're on to the next hand. Blinds are 1,500, 3K. Stacks are going to get short quick. Money's going to go in the middle. My name's Dustin Shacklock. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out with us, guys. I work here at Best Bet Jacksonville. Part of the live stream production team. The rest of the time here, I'm a floor manager. Brian with a pretty healthy chip stack here at the feature table. Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. Pierre getting in there with the 10-5 of diamonds under the gun, just with the call of 3K. He's got about a 30K stack. Jim with a 45K stack after winning that big one. Jim's eliminated a handful of players so far. King, queen, 4 flop. Andy getting the best of it. In the small blind, he's out of position. He checks it over and can't get anyone to bet. Still in the lead. Aaron picks up a pair of 6s on the turn. 6 of spades coming in.
By the way, everything on the screen is accurate right now, by the way. Started with 70 entries, we're down to 45, actually just went to 44 with Mitch out. Total chips in play, average stack.
Why not? I
And
did.
of course the prize
You clearly
that's
haven't
all
seen me
I
play
have.
beer.
You want to keep up with things as this tournament moves along.
That's my first win since the first hand.
You guys just heard Arlie Johnson out there. 70 entries in this thing. Down to our last 44. Culminating the final table right here on our live stream set. Looks like Eric getting in there with the queen 9 offsuit under the gun. Coming in for a limp, 3K. Brian folding the jack 6 of clubs. Jim getting out of the way. Andy folding the button, small blind in the muck. And Pierre just checks. We're going heads up to the flop. 5-4 off, queen 9 off. Ooh. Big flop for Pierre. Eric does have a club draw on the all club flop. Straight draw coming in on the turn. Deuce of hearts. Pierre with a big 2 pair. 4s and 5s with a 10. Pierre looking for a club on the river. I don't know if he can come along here. Nope. Lets it go. Pierre takes down another one. That white jersey and that puck right next to him means he's one of the players here in the Jacksonville Icemen. I'm not too familiar with their players and their positions and their numbers. Looks like Clay getting it in for his last 9K, last 3 big blinds with ace 10 of clubs. Pierre in the small blind. I can't tell if he's trying to get ready for a call or no, he's getting ready for a fold. I don't think Eric can call with the 10-5 offsuit, and Clay gets one through. Ace 10 suited, good. Looks like we're picking up another player here in the 9 seat. Another one of the Jacksonville Icemen. Our very own minor league hockey team. Games are a lot of fun. Tickets are really cheap. You can take the whole family for 30, 40 bucks.
Everyone to know that he just received a straight flush to knock a player out of the tournament. We're all very proud of you. Well done. And we got Michael McNiven at risk. County all at risk for Michael McNiven.
Picking up a new player here in the 9 seed. Looks like he came with some chips. Came ready to play. Playing for a first prize, $900 up top. followed by 600 for second, 300 for third, 200 for fourth, 100 for fifth.
Flop was 3-4 king, rainbow, 5 of hearts on the turn. Now the river card, 4 of hearts.
This is the first time we've seen aces tonight. Andy picking them up. And the hijack comes in for a limp. Aaron coming in behind him with the deuces. Pierre with the sixes, 3 pocket pairs, back to back to back. Hijack cutoff button. Pierre trying to figure out what he wants to do with those 2 sixes. Looks like that might just be a call. I think that's just a call. I can't tell. No, maybe it looks like a raise. Oh, looks like Aaron raised it with the deuces. That's what happened. Aaron raised it with the deuces. Pierre called with the sixes. Andy all in for less with the pocket aces that he tried to limp. Aaron's in bad shape here. 2 other pocket pairs in the hand, and they both smoke him. He's got 15% equity in the hand. Way behind. He's going to have to catch a deuce. With Pierre having the 2 sixes, it's going to be hard for him to make a straight. He's going to have to catch a deuce here. Andy's all in, 22-4. And it looks like Aaron's sandwiched in the middle. He's all in too, getting it all in with the deuces. He said, let's go for it. Let's see if I can spike that 2-outer one time. This pot got big quick, got big in a hurry. All right, 3-way all in. Aces, deuces, sixes. We're going to need some help on this flop. Set over set, that would be a sick one. Oh, need a deuce or a 6, or else Andy's going to scoop the whole thing. He can even hit a 10 here. He doesn't need any more help. Oh, 6 of spades out there. Pierre could hit a spade now. He's got a spade draw on the turn. Nope, doesn't get there. Aces scoop the whole thing. 93K pot. Andy's taking down a big one here. Just waited for the right time and made a move. He hadn't played a hand hardly all day. Decided to wait and make it count. Takes down a big one. Andy tries to knock out half the table in that hand. He almost did it. Pierre had him covered by just a little bit. Pocket aces hold up in a 3-way all-in pre-flop pot. Andy getting rid of the ace-8 suited because he still needs to stack his chips. Still working on stacking them up. Looks like Clay moving all in here, I think. Yeah, sounds like Clay's getting it all in for his last 12K. Picks up a call from Brian, King 9 offsuit. Not a bad hand to call an all in with in tournament poker. Clay's got some mystery cards. We haven't seen them yet. He's got the 10-8 off. King 9 in the lead on the Queen Deuce 4 board. 7 of spades, no help. Ooh, 9 of spades comes in, bringing 4 spades on the flop, but neither player with a spade. Brian wins with a pair of 9s. Brian takes that one down. Looks like the graphics were wrong. It said Clay won that one, but he didn't. He had the red 8, not the 8 of spades. Otherwise, he would have taken it down. 4 spades on the board. He had the 8 of diamonds. Weird misclick by the graphics there. Brian K. Pierre heads up on the 7. Looks like Pierre flopped it. 93% favorite to take this one down. Pierre picking up a club draw on the turn. Still going to need some help. Only a club's going to get him out of this one. Horn 8, he can hit an 8 for a chop. 4, 5, 6, 7 on the board. Needs a club for the win, 8 for the chop. Brian's already there. Flopped it.
They told you to stay for the camera, man? Not twice, stay for the camera.
We at least counted the big one?
No.
6 grand? You're all in next time. Next time I play.
Man, I thought I was the short stack. I'm looking pretty decent right now.
Yeah.
I should have gone all in a rebuy. See what happens.
Okay, don't worry about that. I'll pass it on.
Get it? That's what I actually paid for. It was a promotion they're giving us as a way we did it. But
Well, I posted for us, but it didn't work. Yes, yeah.
One call.
This chip's already out
Patty,
there,
whenever
so
you're
that's
ready.
a dark.
Well, he doesn't know about the box yet either.
You know about the box?
We'll let him know in a second.
Computer can read
I
what
mean,
you
I
have
know
and
about
transmit
the
it
box.
to the chip in your
Not
head.
this box. Like the Amazon box?
Anya. It's 6,000. 6,000.
you guys going to Orlando or do you
Bob.
There, they'll get it.
It's 6,000. Sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry. 6,000. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. So kind. It's not mine. 3,000, 6,000 a call. Alright, C2 is all in. Wait, no. I mean, you're gonna. Do you want to call? You have 4,700 right now. All in? Okay. C2 is all in. I wasn't sure if you were just trying to get your friends in the box or anything. 3, 4.
And you got the fame.
4 is all in.
add the fame for this trade to the record. Don't worry for me.
5 for.
Hey, that goes straight to the linger.
We've got Michael McNiven all in at risk. We are at the flop, 6 of clubs, Queen of Hearts, 7 of clubs. A couple of other players in the hand, including Braylon Schmier. Turn card is the Ace of Hearts. A bet and a call from Braylon at the turn. And the river card, 6 of diamonds. Braylon calls it on from the other player. Player shows 6-5. He's got trip 6s. Against 2 pair, Braylon moves with the aces and 7 trip 6s. And for Mike, flush draw that didn't connect. Eliminated. Michael McNiven.
This might have been good.
Hey, I had to do the nuisance.
I don't disagree at all.
We have a bounty at risk.
Yeah. I got it.
Good. All right, got bounty all at risk.
anybody ever is. How we rolling to her now?
And then just make sure your chips are on the side so your toes don't hit in the yeah, perfect.
And flip them over so you were there.
Don't listen to him. Just listen to me. You can trust me.
He's a friend guy. I don't trust him. The camera's on.
Okay. 6 o'clock.
And in the stand also,
All right, guys, jumping back in here.
everyone's still in it.
Eric getting in with the king nine of diamonds. Looks like the blinds went up. We're at 3 and 6. Picked up a couple new players. Got my boy Pat there in the 6th seat, getting rid of the 7-4 spades. That sounds like it's right up his alley. Not today, he says. Lays it down. 3 and 6K. Blinds up, stacks getting short. My name's Dustin Shacklock. Thank you guys for tuning in to our first ever Jacksonville Icemen charity poker tournament. Live on location on a 10-minute delay from Best Bet Jacksonville, 201 Monument Road. Ooh, all heart flop. Charles David in the 2 seat with the only heart. It's the nut heart. King of hearts. Can't get there. He does make a pair of jacks, and looks like he gets it all in there for his last 7,500. And it's going to be good. King Jack off, going to take this one down. Eric's going to be eliminated. King Jack of diamonds, no good. Going to lose another one. Eric hitting the rail. He's been here with us since we started this feature table. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us, guys. This is a real cool event, real fun, real happy to put it on here at Best Bet Jacksonville.
Too bad surfing for a while.
Coming back.
Dude, now jump up from the table, start throwing punches. Pretty sure it is.
Should be right by the microphone.
Is there a news crew? We gotta get this.
Oh, the puck's on. Yeah, the clock's in too.
Yo, Jimmy looks like a donkey. I love it.
Go Army.
Bounty all in at risk with the puck in play as well. Jack of spades, tray of diamonds against the pocket tens. Pierre with Mercier, he's got the jack tray. Flop comes out 10 for a flop boat. Flop boat. The rest doesn't matter.
Style, right?
Tens full, Pierre with Mercier eliminated.
See you guys.
That's it, guys. You just saw Jim eliminating another player. That's 2 pucks for Jim. 2 players down. Jim's steamrolling this thing.
What size is it? Does it fit me? Too big for me. Too big.
Oh, it's on the table? Got it. Thank you. Mike Hedden all in at risk. Ace, 8 of diamonds. There are 2 diamonds on the board, but no pair breakers. You got a flush draw is facing 6-7, which is a pair of 6s. 1 card to go.
Blinds are up 6 and 12.
Queen of Hearts.
5 and 10.
It's a miss.
5 and 10? Is it?
Heads eliminated.
Thanks for coming.
Tuck her up, baby.
Not that that's important.
Lines are up, everybody, and we are down to our final 2 tables as well. 5,000 small blind, 10,000 big blind now. 5,000, 10,000 on your blinds.
There you go. You heard it, guys. Blinds going up. 5K, 10K. Down to our final few tables here in the Best Bet Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. Proceeds going to the Icemen Foundation, where apparently they chopped that up and allocate it to all kinds of different cool stuff. Very cool thing.
All right, so we're down to our final 2 tables. As for Icemen players,
Final 2. Final 2 tables. We're going heads up to the flop here. Brian K. and Emerson, both with a 4. Brian's got him with the queen kicker.
and on the live stream table, Charles David Baudouin, still in it. Emerson Clark, still in it. Both looking pretty good on the live stream table. So we have 4 Icemen players still going. We are down to our final 19 players. 18 players, sorry, 18.
Nope, there's like an earthquake in the table that. There it is.
All right, just picked up a new player there in the 3 seat. Looks like she's got some chips coming in hot. Action looks like it folded around to Emerson. Oh, I'm sorry, Emerson under the gun in the 9 seat. Coming in for a call with the Jack-10 offsuit. Under the gun. Over to Charles David with some mystery cards on the hijack. Guy getting rid of the 8 deuce suited. Brian coming along with Jack 4 off, and Jim's going to take a free look in the big blind with Queen 6 offsuit. We're going 4 ways to the flop. Charles in the 2 seat with the mystery hand. We got 2 live Jacksonville Icemen players. Ooh, everybody getting a piece of it. Brian K, middle pair. Jim, top 2. I'm sorry, top and bottom pair. Just going to rip it. Getting in his last 45K. Emerson in the 9 seat, getting a piece of it. He's got some, it's almost all of his stack to call. He's got 49-2. Jim just ripped it for 45,000. $85 in the middle already. It's a nice pot for somebody. Emerson laying down the second pair. And it looks like Charles David making the call here. It's going to be a little more than that. Yep, there he goes. Brian K gets out of the way, and we got an all-in and a call. Here, the Best Bet live stream featured table, soon-to-be final table. A couple players away from getting down to the final. Jim shows him top and bottom pair. Can't see John David's hand. He just opened him up, though. Looks like maybe he has a flush draw. I definitely saw an ace when he opened his hand. He might have ace-10. He might have the gutter ball for the king. Oh, maybe he's got queen. Maybe he's got queen 10. Still waiting on John David's hand. Oh, there it is, 9-8. Oh, he does have the gutter ball. He needs the 10, any 10 for the queen high straight. Does not get there. Jim holds up, top and bottom pair on the flop, takes it down. Gets a double up through John Michael. Picks up his 3rd hockey puck of the night. Jim, nice little collection of hockey pucks. Let's take a look at the chip stacks here at our feature table. This Icemen charity event. Jim with over 100K, 125,000 in chips, and way out in the lead. Brian K with less than a big blind. He's going to need some help. 8,800. Blinds at 5K, 10K. He's going to need to make a move. Just stick it in blind. What's the worst that can happen? You got 8,000. At that point, any 2 will play. I think Emerson just bumped it up out of the big blind with King 10 offsuit. And he's got him dominated with Ace 10 off. Getting it all in. And he making a move with the Ace 10 off. Getting it all in here. Emerson way behind. Got a 3-1 dog in this spot. Can't fold now. Already pot committed. He calls. He's in there. Shows him the puck. Says, come and get it. And the team owner, Jacksonville Icemen, ECHL, minor league hockey team here in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, we're heads up, flipping the cards now. We already know what they got. They got to show everyone else. King 10 versus Ace 10. Emerson's going to need a king. And he's got him smoked. Oh, 10 for both players on the flop. And he's still in the lead. Clean turn. Clean river. I think Andy's got him. It looks like Andy might have him covered. Ooh. Looks like he's not quite eliminated. He's got 1K left. He's got one orange chip. He didn't have him fully covered. He's still live. Got 1K. He's got 1/10 of a big blind. And he picks up a big one there. The button moves. We're on to the next hand. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament.
All right, let's bring the cards up. Pressure on ace 10, facing jack 9 trips for Braylon. Quads for David.
Sounds like somebody just hit quads in an all-in pot over at the other table.
And the crowd goes wild.
Emerson getting in his last 1,000. Doesn't have a choice. He's in the small blind. He has to put it in. 9-7 offsuit. The equities are a lot closer than you'd think here. Queen Trey versus 9-7 off. The 9-7's way live. He can only get a double up to a 20th of a big blind, 20% of a big blind if he gets the full double here. Emerson needs a 9, a 7, some straight cards. He can also make a spade flush. That's about it.
Emerson Clark at risk. 9-7 offsuit for him, but he's facing Queen Trey offsuit. Trey on the flop.
Sounds like he's even further behind.
Jack of clubs on the turn. Emerson needing a 9 or a
9 or a 7 does not get there. Trey's and aces with a queen for Andy. And he's going to take Emerson's last 1K. They get that autographed puck. Emerson's going to hit the rail.
Andy Kaufman eliminating him.
Feel terrible slash not feel terrible. Sorry, man? Oh, I'm sorry.
Got to be getting close to getting down to that final table. We're getting short here. They got to be getting short on the other table. Pat picking up 2 kings. Under the gun +1. Got 40K. Blinds at 10K. Just get it in. Get in those last 4 big blinds with pocket kings. Second best starting hand in No Limit Hold'em. Looks like he gets folds all the way through. Pat's going to pick up the blinds and antes. Shows the 2 kings. No action. Scoops the blinds and the antes, and the button moves. Getting short. Getting close to a final table here, guys. More than half the final table are getting paid. We're paying 5 spots today. First place up top, $900. Not a bad way to spend your afternoon here at Best Bet Jacksonville, playing a little charity poker tournament action. Brian K with the ace-king. He's only got 8,800, not even a big blind. Snaps it in. I'm sure Jim right behind him is going to call. Jim's got ace-jack suited. He needs to come in for a raise. A little isolation. Picking up a new player here in the 9 seed, another Jacksonville Icemen player. I don't know what just happened there. There's no way Jim just folded ace-jack suited for less than a big blind. Maybe something happened with the graphics. Guys getting it in with the 10-7 offsuit. All right. Another coin flip. 10-7 off. Ace-king off. Guy versus Brian K. Heads up all in pre-flop action. Nobody gets a puck. Oh, guy getting a piece of it. Flopping a 7. Out flopping Brian. 7s and 6s with a queen. And the 10. 10s and 7s with a queen. Yep. Guy's going to win that one. And looks like he didn't have Brian covered. Looks like Guy had less than a big blind as well. How does that even happen? Brian real short now. Looks like he's got about 4K left.
Stand, everybody. Now 10,000 small blind and 20,000 big blind. 10,000 small blind, 20,000 big blind.
Chip in the chair, that's all I need right here. Time to go on the heater.
All right, picking up a couple new players, filling in these holes. Quick look at the stacks here, guys. Guy just got the double up to 5 big blinds. Brian K still less than a big blind. And Linda there in the 3 seat, she's in the lead with 133K, 13 bigs. Andy right behind her, followed by Jim, Pat, and Guy. Brian K in last place with less than a big. Thanks again for tuning in, hanging out with us, guys. If you guys are into No Limit Hold'em cash game action, make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're playing 5, 10, 25. No Limit Hold'em. No limit. That game's going to have straddles, double straddles, button straddles. There's going to be chips all over the place. That game will be insane. That's one of my favorite games to stream here at Best Bet Jacksonville. There's usually a ton of chips in play. It's a lot of fun. That'll be a 5, 10, 25, no limit hold'em cash game action. We got to be getting close to this final table, guys. We got 7 here. If they got 7 over there, that means we got 14 left. A couple people away.
This is where the comeback begins, Andy.
There it is, man. Standing George. Stranger things have happened.
Like we said before, guys, if you eliminate an Icemen player, you get an autographed puck. Jim there in the 8 seat's got a handful of them already. He's been smoking them left and right.
The whole table, Lewis, you put it down.
And the can of spray paint.
She got here, she put the thing down, and the whole table shook. I was like, oh, it's right.
Looks like Jim coming in for the all-in, pocket 5s with his last 11 big blinds, getting him in the middle. Getting in the last 11 big blinds with pocket 5s. Brian's all in for less than a big blind. Under the gun with some mystery cards.
That's a good start.
Looks gets over to Pat. Got to call 9 more big blinds with 5-3 offsuit.
Play
He's going to put it right in the muck. And these two are going to be heads up to the flop. Brian might double up to 2.5 big blinds after this hand. Brian's still with the mystery cards. Looks like maybe 4 deuce. Is that what it is? I can't tell. All right, Pat gets out of the way. Folds one of Jim's 5s. Oh, Brian getting a piece of it. Needs a deuce or a 4 to stay alive. Double up to 2.5 big blinds. Does not get there. Jim's pocket 5s are good. Jim eliminates Brian. And we get one step closer to that final table, that $900 first place prize here in the first Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament at Best Bet Jacksonville. That's it. Brian's going to hit the rail. We're going to continue to knock out players till we get down to that final table. I don't know how many Icemen players we still have in the field. At least one. Brandon there in the 9 seat. I don't know how many are over on the other table. Looks like the blinds went up. Looks like we're playing 10K, 20K now. Guy's going to rip it here with 2 4s on the button. Looks like he's getting in his last big blind. 2 red 4s in position. Nothing wrong with that. Pat with King Jack offsuit right behind him in a very small stack. I think Pat's got to put it in here right behind him. You got to get it in here. You got to gamble one time. King Jack offsuit. Oh, lays it down. Oh, no. You got to gamble over one time. You got 2.5 big blinds left. Pat folds the King Jack offsuit. I think any Broadway cards there, when you get that short, they have to go in the middle. Jim's calling. Suited Jack. He's in there. I guess Guy had 2 big blinds. A little over 2 big blinds. All 3 players pretty even percentage-wise. Jim slightly behind because Andy has a better jack. But Jim can make clubs. Andy flops the open-ender. Guy's 2 4s are still in the lead. Guy's 2 4s still in the lead on the turn. Oh, gets counterfeited. Oh, that's gross. They chop up Guy's money. Oh, no, that's gross. Guy's got kings and queens with a 6. The other 2 guys have kings and queens with a jack. What a gross way to lose. Get counterfeited. They're going to chop up Guy's money. Guy's going to hit the rail. And they're both going to win some chips without ever having to put a chip in post-flop. What a sick game. They chop up Guy's money. Guy hits the rail. Both of these guys are going to get a quick chip up. We might be final table or getting real close. We got 4 seats open on the game, so maybe we're 5 and 5. Lose one more, we'll be at final table. Looks like we might be combining now. Go ahead and throw those stacks up for you guys while we combine down to our final table. And then we'll resume shortly for the final 9 of our Best Bet Jacksonville Icemen Charity Tournament.
How much more gray do you need? You're good.
How about you? I need a rack.
Yeah, bring like a rack.
I'm not a rack of tips, just an empty rack. You see that rack? What do you got?
Come on, Albie, you still in? Still here.
You haven't left your seat all night.
No, I did realize.
We'll never speak of this
You gotta
again.
call it right.
I think there's two. One
Call
more.
it what it was.
Sometimes the second bullet is the one that you need.
There it is.
All right, guys, you see it here, combining down to the final 9 here in the first ever Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. We're on a 10-minute delay here out of Best Bet Jacksonville. Oh, this is our second Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. Second time we've run this event for the Icemen Foundation. Looks like we got 2 Icemen players left in the field as we combine down to the final 9. And a whole lot of swag still up for grabs. Swag prizes.
I was like, you're not betting like kings. I thought we both had tens because you weren't betting like 35 behind right here.
Do we need more gray?
Whatever he's got.
Do we need more gray? 35? Gotcha.
All right, Albie. Let's go.
Made it past Elena and her son, huh? Yeah. Where's she at? She's gone. She left. What, they left you? Hey, what happened there? Freaking left. I got my friend also here. Thanks for the support. Oh, I recognize it. Huh?
I'm just talking to my coworker. Thank you. 60,000.
They got upset you were showing them how to play.
25,000.
I get it. I don't think Elena makes their back right there. Maybe she did. Yeah, she did, but.
Absolutely. 35.
Your left kidney. I tell you, I went to the cloth about 4
Keep
times.
everybody on this side.
Couldn't catch nothing. I couldn't catch a cold.
Oh, here you are.
I had my celebrities. 3, I went all in.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, come on, cheering section.
Nice.
This guy here might be the goalie because he's definitely got a miss. He's been catching everything. 8,
Albie, are you the
4,
goalie?
8. I am not. What did you make 4, 7? The other guy made that. Somebody make 4, guys.
Luis, how you looking at
Against the ace is you. You make 4. Yeah, against the ace is 4.
All right, we're going to get these guys situated, guys, and we'll get back in the action. 4 spots away from making some money here in our 2nd annual Icemen Charity Poker Tournament. I got corrected by the boss man. He was in here grabbing some stuff, and he said, no, no, no. It's the 2nd time we've done this event.
I live in Daytona, so I mean, it's really hard to travel. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had some family health problems. My mom, like, so I deal with that probably.
I like that hat. New player there in the 7th seat. Coming in looking good. I like that.
They all sit right behind the glass in the end, behind the net. You sit right by Elaine. No, I sit row L. But see, girlfriend and son live right there in the front row. They've been there since season 1.
Yes, I'm Andy, by the way.
All right, guys. Looks like we're almost set up. We got to get all these guys in, enter their chip stacks and everything. And then we'll be ready to roll. Looks like the blinds are still 10K, 20K, and we're about ready to get cards in the air, it looks like. All right, we're going to read deal for the button, and then we'll get right in the action. Oh, cool. We got some prize pots going on. Those are cool. Just throw a prize in the middle. Whoever takes it down, takes it down. I like that. Give them a quick rundown of where to put their cards in the boxes so they can get read by the card reader. And then we'll get cards in the air and be rolling. Final table time. Thanks for tuning in, sticking around, hanging out with us, guys. James picking up ace-queen right out of the gate. Ace-queen suited. That's a pretty good starting hand. Oh, turning Broadway. Makes Broadway on him. James takes it down. Ace-queen suited. Good. James picking up a couple prizes that hand also. What a cool deal. Stacks are getting short at 10K, 20K, guys. Getting down to the wire, you got to start thinking about when is a good time to make a move or just gamble a little bit, stick it in blind, see what happens. Aces on the button for Andy this hand. That's pretty good. Ooh, aces and deuces versus Jackson deuces. Classic cooler.
Blinds are up, everybody. Blinds are up. It's now 20,000 small blinds.
Looks like blinds going up again. Now we're at 20, 40, 20K, 40K. Stack's getting real short. This game's getting serious. Looks like Allen getting into this final table with the big stack, 205K.
Misread my size.
Hey, you know you got a kid somewhere.
Yeah, I'll get to my son. How big? He wears a medium, but I think he'll still. I'll get to his girlfriend. She wears his other half.
Kid somewhere. Come on.
But my grandson's only 2.5. He can grow into it. Just got our next, Patrick.
It's 20, 40,000 now.
20, 40.
Yes, sir.
We're at 20K, 40K, guys. Getting steep. Getting steep. 20K, 40K, even that 200K stack is only about 5 big blinds. Getting serious. Peter just coming in with the call with the ace-10 suited. Same thing with Braylon coming in with pocket nines just for a call. King 7-4, 2-9 still in the lead. He's getting pretty short. He's just going to have to put it in. Ace-10 suited versus pocket nines. Pocket nines way out in the lead. He's going to need an ace or a 10 on the river only. Does not get there. Pocket nines gets the check mark, and Peter will be eliminated along with that sweet hat. See you, Peter. Thanks for playing. Very cool deal. Way to make it into 8th place here in the 2nd annual Icemen Charity Poker Tournament.
Let's go.
We got another all-in. Pat finally getting in his last 25K with King 10 offsuit in the big blind. I think he was forced to. Blinds are 40K. Got to get it in.
Oh, 7, you got him dominated.
No, he's 11.
You need all baby cards.
Come on, Cowboy.
2 all-ins.
Cowboy on the flop.
Right here.
Cowboy on the flop.
Right here.
Cowboy on the flop.
Got a 3-way all-in here. Queen Jack off, King 10 off, King 7 off. King 10 in the lead. King High still good. Ooh, spade draw coming in on the turn. 7 of spades. Does not improve. King 10 offsuit with the big double knockout. Oh, I'm sorry, single knockout. King 10 offsuit for Pat. Just rips it under the gun. Out of the big blind, I'm sorry. He's blinded in. That's good.
Uh-oh. A natural or with the wild? Now we're on the bubble.
You heard it, guys. Now we're on the money bubble. Next player out is going to take home $100. Not bad for just a casual afternoon here at Best Bet Jacksonville. The rest of the proceeds going to a good cause.
Oh, he don't count? Oh!
That's it. Last Icemen player in the field at risk, but they got the same hand. It's going to be hard for him to lose. Ace-10 versus ace-10. It's going to be hard for him to lose.
Next time I go to a game, I'll go up there and get it. It goes with my shirt and my cup. We need one of them to knock it out so we get 5 pace runs. You want them knock each other out there. Yeah, you got double sets. I gotta get him. Down on the bench for a warm-up.
And then we're going to the skybox after the bench. We're going to hang out with crew.
Andy there in the 1 seat. He's been there the whole time. He's been there since we fired this thing up, this feature table. Right there in the 1 seat. Way to crush. Jim picking up ace-king suited in the small blind. He's going to get it all in. He's got 6 big blinds. Ace-king suited going in one time. Yep, there it goes. He's got 160, actually. He gets it all in. Pretty standard spot. I'd be delighted to wake up with ace-king suited in that spot. Jim getting his last 160 in and gets no callers. Takes down the big blind, receives the button, and we're on to the next one. We're getting short. Last 5 players in the field. Last 5 players remaining. Oh, sorry, we got 6 players in. Somebody's walking from the table right there in the 6 seat. This time, James with the Jack-10 suited under the gun. Coming in just for the call.
Tell him about the 3-4 when you have pocket queens. And league play, Aaron. I said, I call you without looking. All right, 3-4, I flop 2.
Let's go, Alan.
You're big blind, Jimmy.
be showing King 8 Hearts facing Ace of Clubs 9 of Spades. Neither player
Got the big heart draw coming in versus Ace High. Ace High slightly behind, surprisingly, with no pair and no draw. Ace High slightly behind the heart draw of Braylon on the flop. Ooh, Ace 9 picks up a little bit of equity when the board pairs. 2 jacks on the board. Oh, 7 of hearts. King 8 gets there. Braylon gets the big double up. Knocks out Allen. Allen, first player eliminated inside the money bubble.
He wants that jacket.
All right, your blinds are also up, guys. Your blinds are also up. 40,000, 80,000. 40,000, 80,000.
It's only got 80,000 to call.
Now when you're all in, it's 80,000 a call. Big blind is in, all in for 70.
That
I'd rather get blinded out with some bullshit. I am getting blinded out.
Round 2. Get a discount.
So he's all in for 70,000. And go ahead and flip your cards, guys.
Look, you can sign a book for you if you I already have it signed.
Queen 6 versus Ace Deuce. Ace Deuce way in the lead, flopping an ace. Braylon on a little bit of a heater here. Ooh, club draw coming in on the turn. Does not get there. Pairs the 6, no good. Braylon finally puts the nail in the coffin for Allen. Allen's going to hit the rail. First player eliminated. Next player eliminated inside the money bubble. That's right, we're in the bubble. Playing for first place of 900, of course. We're all gray chips now. No more orange chips. No more 1Ks. All 5Ks. Two bounties left in the field. Oh, I'm sorry, one. Yeah, 2 bounties. No, 1 bounty left in the field. 1 Iceman player left in the field.
Corner pocket.
And they will.
Gentlemen. Sir, nice playing with you.
You too, my man. Thanks for going easy on us.
Jim, you're the big one for 80,000.
All right, guys, we lost one. Now we're down to the final four. 4 more to go, 3 spots away from first place. Looks like James getting all in with the Queen-Jack offsuit one time. Oh, no, maybe not. Looks like, I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like he tried to raise, but he doesn't have enough, so he's going to be all in for his remaining chips. That appears to be what's going on. Looks like he has 95K, I think. Yeah, 95K. Not quite enough. Gets called from Jim. Jim's behind with the 10 deuce offsuit. Ooh, picks up a straight draw. Queen Jack still in the lead. Queen Jack, good. Takes it down. Jim takes a big hit. Jim getting severely short stacked. I think we're at 15K, 30K now, guys. Yep. 40-80 maybe? I think we're at 40-80 actually. Blinds go up quick in this thing. Snowball. Jim's only got a couple of chips left. James with the ace-9 offsuit. Perfectly good hand to get it all in here with 190K. Looks like he just comes in for the call. Jim's going to rip it with the 2 sixes. Puts in his last 45K. Oh, 85K. Yeah, we're playing 40-80 now. Braylon's already got 80 in. He's going to complete the bet. So is James. We're going to go 3 ways to the flop. Jim with the best hand, but got 2 callers there. Going to have to sweat all 5 cards to try to win. Both of his opponents missed the flop. That's good news for Jim. His 6 is still out in the lead. Ooh, Braylon picking up a big heart draw. Oh, no. Braylon gets there on the river. Jim's 6 is no good. Braylon with a king-high flush. King 8, King 10, 8, 6, 3. Heart flush. He can't get his chips in the middle fast enough. I don't know what James is doing here. Looks like he's trying to get him in, too, with ace-high. Ace-high is going to be no good. Braylon going for the double knockout here. Gets it. Gets the double knockout. Jim started the hand with the shortest stack, so he's going to get the fourth place money. James is going to get the 3rd place money, and we're heads up. Heads up at the final table of our 2nd annual Icemen charity poker tournament. That's it. We're heads up. Last bounty in the field versus the team player versus team owner. Let's see what we can do. What a great way to close this thing out. Last player in the field versus team owner. Andy there in the 3 seat. Braylon coming over to the 7 seat. Heads up. Let's get it. That's it. Heads up. Final 2. Looks like Braylon's got a pretty healthy chip stack there. Got him 4, maybe 6-1, it looks like.
Call me an Icemen fan.
That's it. We're still at 40-80. Small blind's going to start on the button. And he's going to be the big blind, and we're going to be heads up for the title. Like I said, team player versus team owner. What a way to close it out. Both players make it to the flop here. Andy getting a piece of it. Is he just going to rip it? Flopping top pair, heads up. At the final table, I think you just got to rip it. All in, pulls the all in. Braylon says, all right, I'll gamble. I got an ace. I'll gamble with you. I like it.
All right, gentlemen. Eights against ace deuce.
Pocket eights versus the ace high.
Go ahead. Nine. The eights hold double up.
Ace does not get there. And he gets a double up through Braylon. He's got a fighting chance now. Stacks probably get a little closer to even now.
I didn't take it out first, but you lost on the 8 too.
On to the second hand of this heads-up matchup. Braylon versus Brandon. I'm sorry, Braylon versus Andy.
It's a no-lose situation.
Andy looking down at the queen tray offsuit. Looks like he just gives that one up. Braylon's going to take that one pretty easily. So I guess if Braylon gets eliminated in this thing, he's got to sign his puck over to the owner of the team. That's pretty good. Last bounty in the field. After that last hand, oh, here we go. Oh, it's going in. Kings versus Queens, heads up at the final table. Looks like Braylon's got him covered by about 200K. Yeah, nobody's folding here. It's going in. Queens versus Kings, the classic cooler. Everybody's been there. Flip them up. Flip them up. Braylon's got him slightly covered, I think. According to the graphics, Braylon's got him by about 200K.
Andy at risk.
And he's going to need a serious queen. The good news is he gets to see all 5 cards. Oh, what a cooler. What a bad beat. Andy's got 2 outs, or spades. Looks like Andy's got the only spade. He's going to need 4 spades or a queen. Uh-oh. Where's the flop? Bad beat in the commentator booth. Where's the flop? Oh, no. What? What? What a sick one. One queen. One queen does not get there. Set of kings on the flop. Braylon, last bounty in the field, taking it down. Second annual Jacksonville Icemen Charity Poker Tournament champion. That's going to do it. Eliminate the team owner. That's going to give him bragging rights and probably a whole lot of push-ups for the next year. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like we said earlier, make sure if you're into cash game poker, you can check out that 5, 10, 25 no-limit hold'em tomorrow night. Same place, Best Bet Live, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. My name's Dustin Shacklock, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Cans, cans, cans. We've got heaps of cans.